Hi boys and girls, today is World Book Day. So today I've decided I'm going to read you a story for bedtime and it's called One Winter's Day. So get yourselves ready, cuddle up in that nice warm bed and here we go. Ready? Here we go. Little Hedgehog was making his bed for the winter when a sudden gust of wind blew him off his feet. It took hold of his cosy nest and tossed it high into the sky. Little Hedgehog trembled as the wind whistled around him and he wondered what to do. He caught hold of his scarf, hat and mittens before they blew away and tried to shelter under the tree roots. But wherever he went, the wind was there as well. "I'll have to stay with Badger until this storm is gone," he said at last, pulling his woolly hat firmly over his prickles. Then he snuggled into his cosy scarf, put on his mittens, and with a deep breath, he set off. Here we go. The wind was even stronger in the meadow, leaves swirling here and there, and snowflakes filled the air. Little Hedgehog hadn't gone far when he bumped into a family of field mice, shivering in the long grass. "I've never known such a storm," squeaked Mother Mouse. "The wind has blown our nest far away, and my poor babies are so cold." "My home's blown away as well," he said. "I'm on my way to stay with Badger, but I have just the thing to warm you up." And he took off his woolly hat and gave it to the mice. "Oh, lovely, lovely," they squealed, snuggling down out of the wind. "Thank you, Little Hedgehog." Little Hedgehog tucked his nose inside his scarf and ran along beside the racing river. Otter was on the bank, huffing and puffing on his paws. "Hello, Otter," shouted Little Hedgehog. "What are you doing?" "Oh, hello, Hedgehog," replied Otter. "My fur keeps me warm, but my paws are freezing." Poor Otter. "Here, have these," said Little Hedgehog, giving Otter his mittens. "They should do the trick." "Oh, thank you, Little Hedgehog," said Otter. "These are great, but shouldn't you be at home out of this storm?" "I have no home any more," Little Hedgehog said quite sadly. "The wind has blown it away." And running on, he cried, "I'm going to stay with Badger." By the time Little Hedgehog reached the woods, the snow was getting heavier and deeper. On and on he struggled, picking his way between the snowdrifts as the wind howled around him. Look at that poor hedgehog. A mother deer and her fawn were sheltering in the bushes. "Oh, Little Hedgehog, why aren't you at your nest in this awful storm?" she asked. So Little Hedgehog told Mother Deer about his nest blowing away, but as he spoke he saw that the little fawn was shaking with the cold. "Here, take this," he said, giving the fawn his scarf. "How kind you are," said Mother Deer. "Thank you, Little Hedgehog." Little Hedgehog pattered on faster and faster. But just as he finally saw Badger's house at the bottom of the hill, he skidded on the icy path. "Help!" he cried as he went bumping and bouncing through the snow. Badger was making tea when he heard a big thud outside. "Whatever was that?" he cried, dropping his toast. When he opened the door, a prickly snowball rolled in. "Gracious me," he said in surprise, "it's Little Hedgehog." Badger carried Little Hedgehog to an armchair by the fire and gave him a cup of tea. Little Hedgehog told Badger about his journey through the storm, and then, cosy and warm, he fell fast asleep. Little Hedgehog stayed with Badger until the storm had gone. As they walked to where his house had been, Little Hedgehog was very worried. "How can I build a strong new nest if all the leaves and twigs have blown away and there's nothing left?" he asked anxiously. "I'll help you," said Badger kindly. "We're nearly there now." "Surprise!" came the cry when they turned the corner. Little Hedgehog gasped with delight. The animals he had met in the storm had made him the cosiest nest he'd ever seen. For the kindest hedgehog in the world, they all cried together. Oh, look, how kind is that? The end. There we are, boys and girls. I hope you enjoyed that wee story and get a really good night's sleep. Night, night, boys and girls. Night, night.